I'm Tom Hallick. This is your CJFL report. It was semifinal Saturday in the junior ranks. The Vancouver Island Raiders and Saskatoon Hilltops met for the third time in CJFL playoff action on Saturday afternoon at Caledonia Park. This time the battle was for the Jostens Cup, and the PFC champion Hilltops scored a mammoth 38-28 upset of the Vancouver Island Raiders at Caledonia Park. The PFC champions opened the scoring as Regan Schuler, who had 152 yards on 35 carries, scored the first of his 3 rushing touchdowns on a 2-yard dash. The BC title holders would quickly even the contest as tailback Jordan Botel scored on a 10-yard touchdown run of his own to knot the score at 7. Botel would run for 121 yards on 13 carries. The Raiders took the lead as Mark Mueller was good on a 20-yard field goal, which was set up by a late first-quarter interception return by Raider defensive back Cole Bishop. Mueller would then connect on his second field goal of the day to make it a 13-7 contest, but just before halftime, Schuler would put the Hilltops back in front as he scored on a 4-yard touchdown run to make it 14-13 Hilltops after 30 minutes. Early in the third frame, the Raiders made Saskatoon pay again for a turnover as Glenn Boyce would intercept the Bradshaw pass and return it 15 yards. That led to a 34-yard touchdown strike from Yance to Andrew Smith to put the Raiders back out in front by a score of 20-14. Not to be outdone, the Hilltops charged back as Bradshaw connected with slot back John Trumpy for a 35-yard touchdown to put the Hilltops back in the lead again at 21-20. Bradshaw would sneak in from a yard out to put the Hilltops up by 8 heading into the fourth quarter. Zach Schmidt would up the Saskatoon edge to 31-20 as he hit his lone field goal attempt of the day. However, Yance and company drove down the field and would cap it off with Botel's second touchdown run of the day, an 8-yard gallop. Yance would add the 2-point convert to pull the Raiders to within 3. Late in the game, the Raiders would be forced to punt from their end zone, and the Hilltops would put the Raps on the win thanks to Schuler's third touchdown run of the day and snap a 44-game Raider home winning streak that spanned over 6 years. The Hilltops advanced to the Canadian Bowl on November 12th at Iverwin Stadium, where they'll be playing the Ontario champion Hamilton Hurricanes. In the Ontario Football Conference Final, what appeared to be a coronation for the Windsor AKO Fratmen instead saw the Fratmen get crowned, dropping a 42-6 decision to the defending champion Hamilton Hurricanes. The Hurricanes would set the tone on the game's opening drive. They took the kickoff and took the opening drive for a touchdown to give themselves a 7-0 lead. Stephen Jordan of the Hurricanes would return a Jason Schneider punt 109 yards for another Hamilton touchdown. The Hurricanes led 28-4 at halftime. Hurricanes quarterback Matt Francis tossed for 2 touchdowns, while Windsor quarterback Christian Hackney was intercepted 3 times. The lone bright light of the contest was Windsor's Bo Lumley, who ran for a game-high 147 yards, but Hamilton's Ryan Kotar scored 3 touchdowns along the ground. The Fratmen lost 3 fumbles, allowed a punt return touchdown, had another punt blocked, and fumbled away a Hamilton punt. So for the Canadian Bowl, it will be the PFC champion Saskatoon Hilltops up against the Hamilton Hurricanes, the OFC champions. That game will be Saturday afternoon, November the 12th at Iverwin Stadium. Kickoff for that one will be 1 o'clock. That is your CJFL report. I'm Tom Hallick.